The War of the Realms, Uncanny X-Men issue 1 sees Cyclops talk with Danny about her thoughts, and his team member says that something bad is coming. Scott wonders if she is up for what is coming, and she says that her powers are back and she never has been more sure, but wonders about Scott. Scott knows he can't use his power thanks to losing his eye, but they have more than enough firepower for the mission they are currently on. Havoc takes that as a sign to start and blows open the cabin in front of the team, alerting Orphan Maker and Nanny. The team split up to deal with the Z-grade villains who have been trying to kidnap children. Orphan Maker rushes Cyclops, and since he can't use his powers, he needs help from Danny, who becomes distracted, so Wolfbane helps him out. Scott asks what's wrong, but Danny learns she needs to leave. The rest of the team meanwhile try and take down Nanny, but Multiple Man is thrown into Magic. Danny approaches Magic and tells her what's happening, teleporting them both away and leaving their team high and dry. 35 minutes later, Cyclops rates their mission as a disaster, yelling at his brother for endangering them right off the bat. As they all argue, Magic returns, telling them that Danny needs their help. The mutants are teleported to New York, where the Dark Elves are laying siege to the West Village. The X-Men get to work, learning of Malekith's invasion as Havoc wants to know where the Asgardians are. Cyclops asks why Magic and Danny came to the city and learns that it was Danny's idea, but they were swarmed when the battle began and became separated. Wolfsbane can sense Danny is close, so Havoc blasts his way through the Dark Elves. Scott isn't happy Danny abandoned her team as they track her towards some trolls. Cyclops tells Magic to get the others who are at Harry's so they can stand a chance as they make a shortcut through a building, only to find a frost giant waiting for them, who hits the street and causes Wolfsbane and Multiple Man to fall through into a tunnel below. Havoc hits the beast with a full blast of his powers, but it does nothing. The frost giant is killed, however, by Banshee blowing through his head. Hope and her team arrive, but they don't have Logan with them since he took off as well. Scott isn't too happy Hope is there, but she says there is no choice since things are pretty bad. The teams hope that Wolfsbane and Multiple Man survive their fall down the giant hole in the street, and Magic takes off after them. Hope tells Banshee to stay behind as she heads down with her team despite Scott's disapproval, saying she isn't in his team and goes where Magic goes. Scott and his team are suddenly confronted by frost giants and an army of elves, so Scott needs to stay up in the street and fight and wait for Thor or the Avengers to arrive. Karma isn't happy to leave their teammates down in the tunnels, but Cyclops said Hope and Magic made their choice and his job is to keep everyone else alive. In the tunnels, Jamie and Rain are rescued by Hope, but their reunion is cut short as more elves come for them. Suddenly, Hope taps into someone's powers and she doesn't know what is happening to her. On the surface, Cyclops and his team run from the attack dogs as Alex is taken by one. Alex is saved, however, by Danny, who reunites with her team and tells them that no one is coming, since she answered Odin's call when he summoned the Valkyries, but she arrived too late and all her sisters were killed and they were Earth's last hope. War of the Realms, Uncanny X-Men issue 1 was a cool introduction to the X-Men into the War of the Realms that focused on more of their teamwork, or here lack of thereof, as they are all pulled into the battle by one of their own. I did find it strange why Danny just couldn't tell her team what was happening. It could have solved quite a few problems, and she did have the time to, since she had the time to tell Magic. Could have just told them all. It would have solved some of the problems that propped up in this book if the team knew why Danny had left them. I did enjoy the action, however, and I'm interested to see how Cyclops will fare since he can't use his powers thanks to losing one of his eyes, so I'm intrigued to see how he will fare during the War of the Realm. I'm going to give this issue an 8 out of 10.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching my newest video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like to check out my other reviews here on my channel. You can also follow me on various social media platforms like Twitter by searching Matt_FOS, or even join the Comic Multiverse Discord server and chat with other comic book fans, including myself and Joel from Cape Joel. Want cheap comics and trades? Head over to the book depository with the link in the description to get the cheapest trades and comics around, along with free shipping anywhere in the world. Until next time, this has been Matt of the Fortress of Solitude. Thank you so much for watching.